competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a first first down carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Buying time to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And a Packer first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 49 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
There's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Wilson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
But it brings up 4th down.
They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Yeah, this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Seahawks 17-yard.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the Packers' 28-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Rodgers.
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Here's Hyde. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 9-yard line.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, D. Hey, 0-0-0. Here we go, D. 51 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Wilson forced out to his, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Side by Adams, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
3-yard line.
First down, a run with Hyde. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Will Redmond. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20.
Again, it's Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Seahawks 34, Packers 9.
let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jordan Brooks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm scared. Hey, watch. Zoom, zoom. Check right 54. Right 50. Hey, 88.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez Scantling. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
The Packer first down.
He's tired of me. Inside. Bang, 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 bang.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Valdez-Scantling.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards.
Packers.
54, right there, 54.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Snags it for the pick, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Wilson sacked. Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
17. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You got three down.
Throwing again. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Hyde. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're running it. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
From the gun, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Hyde. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
4th down.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Hyde. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game.
A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And that will write a finish to this ball game.